U.S. Gymnastics Championships, presented by
Uneven parallel bars, another new face, Larissa Fontaine, 6th in the all-around competition. Really, Tim, considered a child prodigy years ago.
And never really materialized to what people's expectations were, but I have to tell you, she is doing fabulous. She is an on-the-edge gymnast. You will see it right from the start. 3 releases in a row. Wow, that's awesome. Now, Dan, most other athletes would be finishing up at this point, but she's not done. Another release, a huge one. And watch this dismount. Very unorthodox, and she did. Wow, that was awesome. You know, this is the way that women's uneven bars should go. This is the trend of the future. You just saw it right there. She's taken some elements from the men's high bar event. I tell you, I don't think you'll see another routine with the power and excitement of that all night long. Watch, 3 releases in a row. This is incredible. There's her first one. As soon as she grabs, she goes right into the second one. She's not done. One more transition to the low bar. That is awesome.
Injuries have slowed her career as a young gymnast, but this is the first injury-free year she's had in a long time.
Oh my!
9.675, and that seems extremely low.
I can't believe it. I don't know what those judges are looking for. Maybe she doesn't have the recognition of some of the other athletes, but this is where women's uneven bars should be going. This is an outrage.
Well, next up is Shannon Miller, who narrowly finished second in the vault to Dominique Dawes.
See if I can get my composure back here.
Get a hold of yourself, Dan. Here, Tim.
Shannon's first release combination here. She'll do 2 in a row. Very nicely done, but maybe not quite the dynamic style that we just saw. This is a great exercise, but, you know, I may be harping on that, but that routine we saw from Larissa was just incredible. Big dismount, though, here. Wow. Great landing from Shannon Miller. You know, that is what she does so well. She is so perfect. Coach Nuno complimenting her. She has had problems all competition long with the landings, not on that one.
And there is no doubting she has the name recognition. The crowd's ovation proves it there.
You know, I mean, I'm not trying to play down Shannon Miller. She is an awesome athlete, and this is a fabulous bar routine. This dismount, a double laid-out somersault, extremely difficult. And she does what she's supposed to do. She nails it absolutely flawlessly. It's a great exercise.
And there's a guy who's been looking for the great sticks and landings from his gymnasts all week. And he enjoyed that one. Excellent routine by Shannon Miller, and the judges give it a 9.837.
Well, as we said before, it was a great routine.
And now Dominique Dawes looking for another gold. She won the vault.
Dominique, a silver medalist on this event at the recent World Championships. Her only release on bars. Pirouette sequence. She has only her dismount remaining, a full twisting double. Hop on the landing there. Now, if we are going to compare exercises, even though Dominique is a great bar worker, it is not in the same league as what we saw from Larissa Fontaine.
Is it in the same league as Shannon Miller?
Oh, certainly not. I don't believe so. Both of those athletes did multiple releases. Here is Dominique's only release of the exercise. It's high, but I think we need to see a little bit more in that area from her. She does a nice pirouette sequence here. But the trend of women's gymnastics, the trend of gymnastics, is those high-flying release elements.
Tim, this is really getting interesting. The two big names, Dominique Dawes and Shannon Miller. And there is the score for Dominique, the 9.787. Clearly better than Larissa Fontaine's score.
Well, you're not going to get that opinion from this guy right here. I can assure you of that.
All right, Carrie Strug needs a 9.838 to win this event.
Well, yeah, she does have the ability to do this. Just a couple weeks ago, she defeated Shannon Miller at the Olympic Festival on this event. Talk about in a bucket on the landing. Wow. Good routine from Carrie Strug. Couple of releases and a great landing.
Her coach Steve Nuno says she trains and looks as good in practice as Shannon Miller, but sometimes just isn't able to put it together in the meets.
You know, real nice to see her come back from that big disappointment of vault, do such a technically, basically perfect routine on the uneven bars.
Formerly under Caroli, in the shadow of Zameskel there, now with Nuno, and in the shadow of Shannon Miller.
You know, what this exercise has is just absolutely perfect technical execution. Toes, knees, extended and tight, giving no tense whatsoever away to the judges at all. Her dismount sequence, a full twisting double somersault, and boom, right in a bucket. She stuck that one cold.
Excellent routine for Carrie Strug, a 9.80, but not good enough. Her teammate Shannon Miller picks up her first gold of the evening. The balance beam is next.
Dashboard and calling emergency.
We've always been fascinated.
Gold medalist Trent Demas has joined the auxiliary alumni scoring table as Shannon Miller gets ready to begin the beam competition.
Now, Dan, she does one of the most difficult routines in the competition, and it starts right from the beginning. Oh, boy. Now, that is something you don't see too often.
But will she have a difficult time, too difficult a time, getting back into medal contention now that she's fallen?
Well, you know, the rest of the routine is so difficult, and she is so good on this apparatus that she could still sneak in there. Now, if you want to test mental character, let's see right here. She'll do 3 layouts in a row. Perfect.
I think she's fully recovered.
Just the dismount remaining. Oh.
Man.
Great routine. Boy,
that see that she is visibly disappointed even after coming back so strongly from the mount, which she was not able to hold on to.
Easy gold medal routine right there without the fall.
But is it a medal routine?
Still could be right in there. You know, she really doesn't have quite enough rotation on this, and her shoulders just lean a little bit off to the left-hand side, and she's off the balance beam. 0.5 of a point every time you fall from the apparatus.
And that is a rare scene. Shannon Miller off of any apparatus. The score a 9.362, so maybe she did get everything out of this routine even after the mishap at the start.
That, of course, would have been in the 9.8 plus range without that fall, and opens up the door for a young lady named Dominique Dawes.
She split the first 2 gold medals of the evening with Shannon Miller.
Obviously a much more conservative and safe beginning for Dominique. But believe me, she has plenty of stuff jam-packed into this routine. Starts right here. She will also do 3 layouts in a row. Oh, she only did 2. Started with a flip-flop, then 2 layouts, and for some reason decided maybe she was a little bit off balance and didn't go for it, but that will cost her. She really tumbles into this dismount, just like she's on the floor exercise.
It's a good set. You had a good cover. Don't worry about it. Very clean, very smart. Very smart. You were smart.
Didn't you clip it?
No, I think you got too nervous. All right, you knew the door was open and you got a little nervous, okay? It wasn't your normal set, but it was a very good, very smart set. Good.
Coach Kelly Hill recognizing that, yes, she left out the major tumbling element. She knew the door was open. Yes, it was. Shannon Miller already fallen. The gold medal is up for grabs. And with that landing, it's going to be close.
Dominique Dawes eyeing her 2nd gold medal of the night. There is her score. It is better than Shannon Miller, but we'll have more beam after this.
People ask me what goes through my mind when I race. Earlier today at the Delta Center, we saw a 12-year-old from Houston, Texas that just may be the star of the 1996 Atlanta Games. Her name is Jenny Thompson, and she won her first junior all-around title. Her coach, Steve Nuno, tells me that she could be the finest female gymnast ever to come out of the United States. And other coaches and gymnasts agree with him. They say that Jenny is the leader of a pack with personality that we just might see in 1996. These are the bright faces of the future. Emotions on full display, the joys and the disappointments. They are not yet seasoned veterans of competition, except perhaps for one who has always trained alongside Olympians. She is Jenny Thompson, and last year at the age of 10, she became the youngest event champion in history, winning gold on the floor exercise at the Nationals in Columbus. But her beam routine there showed something else about this tiny athlete. After failure, a mature composure for the judges, but off in a corner, the tears of a child. This year, Jenny's natural athleticism and poise was on full display. With the concentration of Shannon Miller and the powerful legs of Kim Zmeskal, she's an awesome performer. Tanya Myers is the serious one of the group, an Atlanta native determined to come home for the Olympic Games. She won a silver today. The bronze medalist is Sunny Meduna, the oldest and tallest of the group. The graceful Sunny is eligible for the Worlds next year, and the top 3 all with Steve Nuno. This is the brightest hope from Karoli's gym, and she will steal your heart. 11-year-old Dominique Musanu of Houston, Texas is a charmer. Donnie Thompson of Colorado Springs is just downright cute and a great athlete. Donnie is quick and powerful and expressive.